Margaret, you're chairing our event today. What messages are you taking away in terms of the opportunities for OD in our organisations today?
I think what's really interesting is the hunger there is to think about OD and to think about organizations in a much more systemic way. To a large degree, I think in the last 20 years, maybe more, there's been a real splintering of HR into all sorts of specialist functions. And they've become little silos all by themselves. And there's a real need, I think, to go back and integrate those into some kind of way of thinking about the organization that thinks both about the people in it, the business that it's doing, the context in which it operates, and so on. And those things are connected. If you disconnect them, you operate under a kind of false model of the world. And I think that's really what I'm seeing here, is that disconnecting and specializing all those different aspects of OD has made it less powerful than I think everyone here today thinks it could and should be.
What do you see as the main barriers that the OD has to overcome to be successful?
Well, I think first of all, OD has been marginalized, so that's a barrier in and of itself. I suspect there's a little bit of lack of confidence, which becomes a kind of internalized barrier. I also think there is a tendency for organizations to prefer something simple. And really OD accepts the fact that organizations are not simple, they are complex systems. So one of the barriers is to help people understand that something that is inherently complex up to a point cannot be simplified without producing a distorted version of itself. But I think also in every organization I work with, there's a tendency to rely on old values. Let's just be more efficient. Let's just cut costs. Let's get rid of as many people as we can, because that's where the trouble always comes from. And I think that actually the reliance on those things, specifically the reliance on efficiency, actually exacerbates risk. It doesn't mitigate risk.